What would happen if someone went without sleep for 30 days? Is it truly important? Would it have grave impacts on our behavior? Well, in 1940, a group of Russian researchers decided they were going to figure it out. In this scientific experiment, 5 prisoners were locked up for 15 days in a sealed gas chamber. They told these inmates that if they could remain awake for 30 days, that they would release them. The subjects were continually administered an airborne stimulant, keeping them awake. The conversations were electronically monitored, and their behavior was monitored with the help of secret two-way mirrors. For the first few days, they were talking amongst one another and everything seemed fine. Around day 5, things got strange. The prisoners started showing signs of paranoia and stress. They stopped talking to one another and were only whispering into their microphones occasionally. Around day 9, things got even worse. 2 of the prisoners started to run around the chamber and scream so hard that their vocal cords could break. At some point, the screaming stopped. There was an eerie silence, so the researchers decided they were going to open the chamber, only to hear a voice from inside say they no longer wanted to be free. On day 15, the stimulant gas was replaced by fresh air, and the results were not only chaotic but horrific. I don't want to make this too long, so if you're interested in the results, go watch part 2. On the 15th day, the chamber doors were opened. 1 inmate was found unalive, and all the inmates had been severely mutilated. Their flesh torn off their bodies and stuffed into the floor drain. They seemed to have ripped open their own abdomens and have eaten their own flesh. They did not want to leave the chamber, fighting back with a powerful aggression none of the researchers could have imagined. 1 prisoner even tore his own muscles and ripped his bone apart during the struggle. When they were asked why they had mutilated themselves, each prisoner gave the same exact answer: "I must remain awake." Even after being removed from the chamber, the surviving prisoners continued to show extreme strength, incredible resistance to drugs and sedatives, having a desperate desire to remain awake and be given the stimulant gas again. 2 of the subjects fell asleep and instantly died. At this point, the researchers wanted to unalive the prisoners and remove all traces of the experiment. However, their commanding officer demanded it be resumed immediately, with the researchers joining the inmates in the sealed chamber. Horrified, the chief researcher fired at him point blank, and then he fired and killed the last 2 surviving subjects, setting about covering up all that had taken place. As of today, this is known to be some kind of myth. Do you believe this really happened? Because I don't think it's too far-fetched.